Very happy camper, I'll just be honest with you. It's very important that I come on in these times too. It's easy to get frustrated, so easy. We have to work our asses off at remaining good people though, don't we? But to get frustrated, boy, that's an easy thing to do. And they make it easier every single time they fuck us. That's right. And you know you've been fucked when you've been fucked. Excuse my language today. But how much of this shit can we take? That's the question. Because you have good people that are losing it, not people that have been crazy to start with, but that we're developing our crazy. That's the way we do in the United States. We develop our crazy, and it's your fault. Get that. Because I have to tell you, so many of you have no problem being yourselves condescending against your own kind. You have no problem reaching into that hell. You like it. You want to cause harm, so you do. You have your favorites. You pick them. It's shameful. Know that. I wish that I was in front of the people who has the power, who caused the issues, that we could just have a conversation. That's it. Just a conversation. Words are powerful, especially when spoken by the people who have been through that hell. Those words are powerful. That's why I am running, because those words are powerful. They take it away from us every time. The ability to even speak. You can't speak. You can't have a voice. Your voice isn't trusted. You know that's true. Our self-determination, folks, you're just taking it and shoving it out. You don't even care what you're doing when you're so reckless. And you're reckless with my self-determination too. Please stop doing that. I can't even go to the doctor and get a prescription for the methadone that I take on the daily basis. It's all legal. I can't do that. I do not have a problem with drugs. I have had one. I've been on a methadone treatment plan for a very long time, and it's working well for me. In 2014, I went to Germany and spent 6 months there with nothing. But when I came back, I decided with the conditions in this country that your happy healer would be better off on some sort of plan that helped him deal with issues and pains that he was dealing with. Well, it turns out they know better than for us. And you let them do that. You did. The pain that they're doing to me that I have to feel on this daily basis, you helped make it happen when you decided to be a junkie and put that ahead of doing what was right. Because I've suffered with addiction too, but I've never sold out my fellow man. Just can't do it. It's not in me. You guys, this pain that we're all feeling, so many of you don't even care. Well, because a lot of you guys, you're in this comfort zone. You don't have to quite deal with it, or you deal with it sometimes, but as soon as you're not dealing with it, you allow yourself to completely forget it, because it's the only time you ever get to forget it. So you demand yourself, forget it. But that's unhealthy. In fact, when you're feeling healthy enough to deal with it most is when you need to deal with it. Because when you're actually in the fire, when you're in that flame, when you're in that battle, and you're in that war, you're not going to deal with it then. The only thing that matters then is getting happy and healthy and whole. That's why your happy healer knows about this stuff. Folks, wake up. Wake up for the life that we can have. Wake up for the life just to be able to continue having a life. Wake up. Now, I've been setting, and of course it's impossible to do anything in this world, so this is impossible too. It just fits right in. And that is, I've been trying to get this event out. And I've been trying to set an event so many times, and Facebook just keeps messing up. For sure, it seems like either their site is that bad and functions so horribly that they're such imbeciles that how do they even have this company that's worth billions of dollars? Okay, really, it comes down to that. Or they are stopping our words, folks. It's the second thing. Don't you know that? I've been trying to get this event out. How many times do I have to fail before I succeed? And I'm the kind of person that breaks through. I bust through. And it's still something I'm trying to get done. And it's not my only pain for today. Because when you're in that fun place of having to take methadone on the daily basis, this hell that they perpetrated upon us, you know, the drug epidemic, you know, when they had all these doctors in Florida constantly prescribing the pills that got this populace addicted and then left them to hang, you know. And they want to talk about the epidemic, but they'll never fix it because they're not fixing the problem that caused it, the greed. So, talk about hard truths. You can't handle the truth. Let's talk about what kind of hell that hell looks like when that hell comes into your life. Because on the daily basis, I, your happy healer, needs to come up with $16 every single day just to be able to pay for a medication. Think about that. One that when I came back from Germany, I was prescribed by a doctor. But then continuously, it gets harder in this state specifically. The doctors are afraid of their own shadows. Every last one of them. I've talked to them and I've got the recordings. I will prove it to you. It will come out in future shows. I'm not just going to make blanket statements and not have the proof. I live this shit, guys. This is the truth. This is the truth. There is no other truth. And you know you've been through that hell, and yet you judge. You need to quit your judging, and you better wake the hell up before there's nothing left to judge. We can do so much better than the hell that we're allowing ourselves to come into, to be. The essence that my friend says is his self, is his money? No. That's where the greed comes from. But the part that's yourself, that you're allowing your citizens, your fellow brothers who want to live, who want to love, and you are just saying, I will be my egocentric piece of shit self, that self, you better get it together. Because that's all the awakening is. It's just waking up, realizing we all matter, realizing that we're here to live a life worth living. That when you're sending your happy healer to some clinic where every other person in there usually is suffering with something so much more severe than me, I'm just the result of not being able to have a doctor that isn't afraid of their own shadow to prescribe the medication that I take. That's it. For them, they just came out of some kind of horror story, most of them. And I see it on the daily basis. Why don't you elect somebody who sees that? No, because we judge too much. We're all condescending piece of shits. That's why. That's right. Every last one of us. We have to realize that so we can atone to it, so we can fix it. If you don't realize that you're a condescending piece of shit, then how can you fix that? So I contend, once again, your happy healer is correct. Fix yourself. Start with you and get better. No, I'm not the problem. He or she is not the problem. I am the problem in my own life, and I've taken way more processes to fix my own issues than you have taken. I could assure you of that. And that's even if you're working a 9-to-5er, doing everything you think this society tells you to do is right. I'm doing better than you, even with my daily methadone treatment, okay? That's the truth. So there's some truth for you. Take it, put it in your mouth, eat it, chew on it, process it, because it's not changing. It's the truth. Why is that the truth? Because I'm the one caring. I'm the one putting myself through that. You let it go. You guys say it's okay. Some of you. Not all of you. Thank God. Jeez. Then it'd be really hopeless. And even now, sometimes it feels just so hopeless because some of you won't be talked to. Some of you realize, and I've broken through, but it hasn't been easy. And you know that. And I come at you in every direction. I come real and raw. I come just put together with the information that you need. I try to make sure you have everything, because this is a big thing we're going through. It's a human problem, and you have to start dialing into that humanity to fix it. Or how can you fix it? How can you fix a human problem with all these other ways, and especially greed? Greed can't fix human problems. Greed causes human problems. You know this, right? So why are you trying to use greed to fix it then? Seriously. Why is it that greed is the thing you're going to? And you're protecting, you're saying it's okay. Why? Seriously, why? I'm going to let that set in. Why? How much more suffering and pain do all of us collectively have to go through? And don't say you don't feel my pain. You know you feel it. And you feel the pain of everybody else's, because they won't have it any other way. They are going crazy. Not everybody's your happy healer who's figured out even more shit than you. But you don't know it, you're condescending, and you need to change your ways. You're going to have to start doing something differently because it's not working out. And what do friends tell each other? And I love you. I treat you like my family. And sometimes you have to tell your family, you know, you got to get your shit together. And yes, I mean it. Especially to the candidates who are running for president. Get your shit together. I'm running for president because you don't have your shit together. Get your shit together, and then you can go be eager. Go have your eager trip. Go have your serve yourself trip. And so many egocentric people who say they love God and that say that they're awake. They're awake my ass. You're not awake if you can sit there and justify greed. You're not awake, because that's not a justifiable thing. It's causing that much hell in our lives. And that the only thing that'll ever take us out of it is love. And love can be hard. Nobody said you had to be this boring POS to be a loving person, okay? Love can be very hard. But love gets it right. Love always gets it right. Love is that strong heart. Love is that's opposite from crazy. Something happens, boom, you're the one that's focused and driven. You are on the spot all of the time. That's love. That's love power. But this greed power, it's, oh, mine. Ooh, what's your rare test? Ooh, I gotta go because mine is over there. Oh, what? Mine went over there. You guys are freaking nuts. And you think that the people who love are nuts. Wow. You really do got to get your shit together, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Or it's just going to continue and you're not ever going to have a life worth living. My life is worth living. I am in a magical world and I love being in my world. I wouldn't trade it for your meaningless world, not for anything. That's why I don't have to feel your condescending attitudes, because I know my worth and I know my value. And I say you have it too, but your problem is you don't have faith like I do. That's why you don't feel it. That's why you're a fake. So, what are we going to do about your fakeness? What are we going to do to get you up to par so that we can all start living a life worth living? What can we do so we can fix this society so that people like me don't have to spend 3 hours a day just to make it to the next day, plus spend $16, because that's what it's like going through that daily hell, okay? So in addition to everything else I do, I have to go through that hell too. And it's wrong, but who cares about that? And it's wrong. Doctors, you were supposed to serve humanity. That's why you got into it, but then it got about greed. Just like how everything else greed destroys, it destroyed your heart to serve. So instead of helping people like your happy healer, you hurt and destroyed those people, and you made their lives worse. Because I was on a fast track when I was 20, and I would be your president one way or the other. So we'll do it the other. You know why? Because you're killing lives. You're taking, and that's just a metaphor. I was on a fast track, folks, and my point is I could have been so much more. I was already on so much more. And these problems that they're putting in our lives, they're killing us. Know that. And then they leave us like we're scum, like we're nothing. And yet you're something. You're everything. Without you, there's nothing. And that's all I ever want to be. I just want to be your happy, simple, loving, happy healer, helping solving these issues. Because they are killing our people and you don't care. And then your egocentric self is so involved with you. Get over you, please. And so that we can all move forward. It's seriously something we have to do. And someone in my position, I don't have time to wait there for you to get your shit together. So we work our ass off. We're here to solve issues. And I show myself. Love allows you to do that. Because ultimately, anybody who judges that, they are so weak. They are so afraid. And if anything, I'm bringing them to life. We all have to come to life. You're never going to solve these issues if you're not honest with the being that you are. Because we all are essentially dealing with these same things. We just get momentary breaks from them, from which we come out. I had a friend call me, well, I was on Facebook during this time because life is good. Well, I'm off Facebook during that time because life is bad. Hey, well, why don't you donate to the cause that'll fix it all? No, I can't do that. Oh, no. Okay, all right, I'm not really getting you too well, so you need to suffer more then. Because that's what comes to those who do like that. And it just comes, and there is a certain, people get the idea that there's this idea of privilege, but they don't understand how it's utilized, how it's working in our human condition. And instead they make assumptions and they like to jump to the wrong thing and then go all on it, 100% going the wrong way. Well, they expect that to fix the issue, and when it doesn't, and more problems come of it, they take more of our freedoms. That's why I'm running, because I would like to see that stop. I gotta clear my nose. Because these problems aren't going to fix themselves. I'm trying to come up with solutions that work. I choreograph shows. I write all the time. We have a website dedicated to so much of this. I say what I have to say in the moment, like I'm doing right now. There is no choreograph. This is just me talking to you. Sometimes it's hard to tell with me, I know. Well, I'm also talented. I'm going to bring it to you every time, and I work my ass off to get better because I know I have to, especially with all the judgment out there. I want to be so much better than these condescending pricks that say I am not worthy. Because, for example, I have a daily methadone prescription, and so they will say I'm not worthy. But then when the facts show that not only am I worthy, but I'm so much better than them, and I'm so much brighter, and I'm so much faster, and I'm so much more talented, well, then maybe we can overcome something. Yeah, I'm no idiot. We have to show people in a good light. So I'll represent the people at the bottom, and I'll show them in the best light. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment off. I have some other things I have to do. I have to try and get this event out. Some of you guys sitting on the sidelines, quit being weak. Stop it. You're not doing this. Go do this, and then I'll come. I'll do whatever I can. I'll just join. I mean, nobody's taking the effort. You understand? When I was out there looking for it, nobody was doing it for so long. So I'm here. Get involved. Do what you can to help this. Or when you continue to suffer these days that you know you have the bad days, realize that it's your own fault. Because this was ever only going to fix itself from the bottom up. This is where the problems exist. This is where we fix them. You know that ultimately. You want to fix the opiate crisis? You're going to need somebody like me there. That's who drug addicts respect. They can't tell me I've never been through it. No. And nobody who has never been through it, they also get a very, very sobering experience out of my story. It'll keep them that way. And we just have to keep that story straight and sane. And we have to love, and we have to show that love. We can do it. Because ultimately, when you realize when you're dead, you never mattered because people forget about you. And the time that you were alive, you spent all that time worrying about what people thought instead of doing things that mattered. Stop! Make a donation in this campaign. Get involved. Edge me on. I won't let you down. That's a solemn oath. We need good people. And then people try to say, oh, well, if you want to do something special and you're bold about it, we're going to be so ready to call you crazy. Well, I got news for you. Love never let me down before. It's not letting me down this time either. That's why I smile in the moment, because I know that you can deal with anything when you work with God's power. And God's power is love. It's the truth, that unbiased truth. The things that you can say, you get away with, because the unbiased truth has no feelings when you get down to the bottom line. That is the truth. And when you accompany that kind of truth with love, you make progress. That's how come I'm still alive. It's a shock I'm alive. And I have so much more to tell you guys too with the drug epidemic, the problem that I have seen just in my own life. And I've been able to avoid any charges on this or any kind of legal headache at all. The only reason I bring it up is in an effort to be an honest and whole person in the face of humanity. To say, I'm somebody, and this is what my story is. It's an interesting one. Listen to it. I represent so many people. I've had this attitude, no tolerance for people that had any kinds of addictions when I started out. So I really get the idea of everybody. I really do. And I just see how flawed we all are. Despite any of the ways others see me, or if they see me as perfection, for example, at certain points in my life, never have I been more perfect than I am in my life this moment. With God, with love, and with truth. That's a fact. Because I have peace of mind. I can deal with heavy issues and know my worth, so I can get through. And I know your worth too. Even you don't know your worth, but I know it. That's why I work so hard to save it. Because I know what you're capable of. So donate, help this out. There is nobody who you can help that is more burning with desire than your Happy Healer. So get behind that, sponsor that, make that a part of your life, gain life from it. We'll see you soon.